Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. Last couple of weeks I've been super busy prepping my main project for final year, and I've been reviewing a lot of CV and cover letters, and I thought I'd make a video to help you guys with the main things that I look out for to not do in a CV and cover letter when you're applying for a degree apprenticeship. So numero uno is that small section at the top of your CV, which is called a personal profile. I think you shouldn't have one, and I'm going to explain why. In this personal profile, you have information in there about who you are, maybe your interests in the industry, and also given some relevant information and projects that you might have done that make you look good. The reason I think this personal profile isn't going to help you much in your application is, number one, it takes space in your CV. So there's just a large chunk in your CV of words, which no one, to be honest, is actually going to read in depth. They're probably just going to look at the bullet points that you've got below. Secondly, you're going to repeat that information in your cover letter. So why put it in two places? It's just a waste of text again and effort. And thirdly, the actual information I see in personal profiles commonly isn't actually anything that is going to differentiate you. You know, saying I'm a diligent hard worker, I have an interest in software engineering. Let's say it's a software engineering degree apprenticeship. Everyone that's applying for that role is going to be a hardworking, diligent individual who wants a role in software engineering, blah, 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 and has done research, has interest, has passion. So what are you actually saying in your personal profile? You're not saying much. The person reading the application, like I said, will look at this personal profile, see loads of text, see, oh yeah, I'm ambitious, I want this job. Okay, what's the point reading that? So then I'll just go to the bullet points. So yeah, personal profile can waste your time, and I just think unless you're going to put something super informative in that paragraph, or I'd probably even make it only a sentence, and then at that point, what are you going to say in that sentence that's really going to change their mind? Which leads on to the intro of your cover letter. In some cover letters, I've seen people put address information, so X address, X hiring manager, coming from Y address, Y applicant's name. Like, you put your name in your CV, your name's going to be all over your application, your address is going to be in your application. Their information, the hiring manager that's reading it, you might not even know their name, so putting like a placeholder for that, why put that there? And then their address, why does a company need to know their own address? Like, you're not sending this letter to someone physically, it's a digital letter that's going to be put in to an application. As well as having that address, it's almost like a personal profile, there's a bit of like space that you're using. A cover letter, in my opinion, should be one page, and you've just taken like, I don't know, a quarter of that page out from just putting the address information in there, which no one cares about. So yeah, address information, remove that. Personal profile, remove that. Something that I've seen in cover letters as well, which is very common, I see individuals basically glazing the company. Like, they're just saying all this stuff about the company, saying, you did this project, which is really impressive, I want to be part of that. You have these principles, which are really impressive, I want to be part of that. Like, that's nice, but you're not actually saying anything for you. Like, this is your application. This is not a glaze the company application. This is for you to say who you are, to explain in more detail in the cover letter what you can provide for the company. So you shouldn't be saying the company X, Y, and Z too much. What I think you should be saying is, I've got this skill, I equipped it in this way, or I acquired it in this way, and I can see it relates to the job in this way, and this is what I'll be able to deliver for the company. So then when someone's reading the application, they can say, like, this person actually understands what they're going to do, and they have the skill set to deliver in that role. So that'll be really useful, not just for a degree apprenticeship, but in the future, when you want to explain what projects you've done in the past, that'll be really easy to explain. Whereas if you're just saying the company's great, like, I want to work there, like, that doesn't do anything for the person that's hiring, and it doesn't do anything for you. So, and if you want to talk about the company being ambitious, yeah, you can put that in like a paragraph or something like that, or a couple of sentences, but don't put that in the whole thing, in the whole cover letter. I've seen this in the whole cover letter. And this leads on to my final point, which is too many CV and cover letters lack like explicit information. Some of them are a bit too general. You need to think, like, everything that I write on this piece of paper or this document needs to relate to the job. It needs to give me a one-up in my application. If it doesn't, I'm not writing it down. So an example would be, you have 3 bits of experience, right? Let's say one of them, you did some work experience at a bank, and then one of them was like, you worked warehouse. This one at the top was like a software engineering project and you're applying for a software engineering role, right? The warehouse one, I wouldn't even put that on, like if it was expedient, even if you worked that the most out of, in terms of time, out of all of them. Or I'd only put one sentence for that. I wouldn't put equal space on each one. The banking one, write some transferable skills in there, like, I don't know, presentation, communication of data, attentiveness to detail. And then the main subject, like the main relevant experience has the most detail. So the one where you did have software engineering experience, put exactly what you did on there. You know, if I worked on software engineering projects and improved the efficiency by 20%, like, people love doing this thing of statistics and like that apparently makes you more explicit, but that doesn't actually say anything. Okay, what efficiency? Efficiency of what? Efficiency of how fast the code runs, efficiency of how long it takes to review bugs, efficiency of, I don't know, planning time, you know, efficiency of costs. Like, what have you improved the efficiency of? Then working on the software projects, like, what did you actually do? Did you write code? Did you ideate designs? Did you, I don't know, communicate the solutions between customers and developers? What did you actually do to drive that 10% improvement? For someone who's looking at the application, if they could see, I reviewed the CI/CD pipeline and added a testing section which improved code quality by 10%, you know, maybe that would fit on one or two sentences, but the person would say, this developer knows about CI/CD pipelines, knows about the importance of testing, also knows how to improve CI/CD pipelines. Like, now they know a bit more from that. They don't know you just worked on a project. You know, you need to be very explicit in what you did, and just putting the 10% improvement in something, like, that doesn't mean anything if they don't know what you've improved, how you've improved it, what was your contribution. And it's about your contribution, not the group's contribution. So the main point in all of this, I guess, or the main trend, is to be concise and to be exact. Obviously, if you don't have a lot of experience and you don't have, you know, a lot of things to say, like, you might want to just write something in that one bit that is not relevant. But honestly, like, you're better off not writing anything there. Like, don't add irrelevant stuff, you know, because above everything, above your application, imagine if I'm a manager reading this, like, in the future, when I ask this employee to explain stuff to me, like, what are they going to say? If they're going to explain it the way they've written the CV, which is just give you some relevant information, then blah, 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 then relevant information, then blah, 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 like, that's not clear. But if they're just going bang, 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 relevant information, like, realistically, that's more impressive. Like, different things separate you in that way. I think that would be my main points from this video. I know these applications can be a bit stressful, but I would say, you know, apply to as many as you want, just make you feel safe and you have some backup options, and then go for the main ones, maybe 2 or 3. Yeah, just leave it with the gods. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, I hope this will be helpful. Let me know any questions below or on my LinkedIn. Yeah, see you in the next one.